Is it still morning? Yes, still morning here. Good morning. My name's Helen. I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Thursday the 20th of July today here in merry old England. I can't seem to drink enough tea at the minute, so apologies for that, but so how are you? Not much to say here. The weather's getting better. Although if you're in the UK, if you're in Europe, you'll know kind of the weather that we're having. There's like a kink in the jet stream at the minute. So so above the jet stream, it's basically just the UK, and kind of a little bit of Northern Europe, but I think Northern Europe is still quite hot. But the UK has just got this kink. We're sat above it with all the rain, and then everything below us is like 40 degrees. And I'm kind of grateful that we don't have the 40 degrees. But I am grateful right now for a stop in the rain, because it's been a bit miserable the last couple of days. But it has been that nice rain. It's the rain that I like. It's the rain that I can deal with. It's the rain that is just straight down. There's no wind. And it's not too cold. And it's that rain that you can just see the flowers are happy about it. So it's okay. But yeah, it's brighter today. And not too hot. So, the card that I have pulled, if you're new, welcome. I pull a tarot card at the beginning of every episode to kind of steer my mood as a stitcher, and hopefully your mood too. So let me know if it resonates with you. But today I pulled the Six of Swords. This card symbolises moving on after a loss. Support is present. The Six of Swords indicates a time of transition. It may feel difficult. Perhaps you don't want to leave the old situation, or you're hurting and need more time to mourn. Maybe you feel uncertain about what's up ahead. Whatever the case may be, you must trust the journey before you. You've learned so much from past events. The changes ahead will be for your highest good. From now, don't look back, dry your tears, gather your loved ones, and begin the trek to the new place. This card can also indicate physical travel, especially around water. In some cases, it can mean exile, a time when you're being forced to leave a situation. So yeah, she doesn't seem like to, this book says dry your tears, and this isn't the book that comes with this deck, but she doesn't seem too upset, which I think it's the difficulty when you're reading these tarots. It's the feeling that you get from them. But yeah, definitely a time of transition for me. Last video we had the Page of Pence in reverse, and that was, I had to really read that one because I never had a reverse card before, but it was about money worries, but also about young people in your life maybe pushing boundaries and stuff, and that was definitely my Anna, my toddler. She's been pushing boundaries this last couple of weeks, which is, that's what toddlers do. She's finding out where she is, but that's taxing on me, and we're transitioning to a new place. In terms of stitching, I would agree too, and I will link back to it when I probably talk about plans. But yeah, let me know if that resonates with you, either in your stitching or in your personal life. So what I'm loving, so last video I had a little giveaway for Ross's pattern that she kindly is giving away a copy for one of my viewers, and the lucky winner is Kathy Fudge. This was your comment. So please email me down below, is my email address, and then I will give your email address to Roz, who will send you a copy of the pattern. But thank you all for participating. It was a lot of fun. So then I want to do another giveaway, but for that I have to show you a finish. A Sappho. Another Sappho. I love Sapphos. It's probably my favorite. Okay, so this is it's clock. I'm trying not to get the glare. This is a clock from IKEA. It's called Troma. It's like £2.75 or something. And I think I first saw this on Cotton Clara's Instagram. They did a little reel about it. So the clock comes with holes for the numbers, and you can just stitch in them. And I used, sorry about the glare, number 5 pearl cotton, and I have a load of 5 pearl cotton. I got like a job lot on a stash giveaway for my needle county canvas that I do, and some of it is numbered, which is great, and several of them, but then I got a whole bag of just random colours that I don't know what they are. There's not a lot of them, but perfect for stuff like this. So I just used like 6 colours and repeated them. One of them was like a variegated one, and then I kind of used those colours in the rest of it. If I hold it like that, maybe that's better. So yeah, it does have this like plastic cover, but you just pop that out and stitch it. And so that's my back. I did do a loop start, so this is like double 5. And even then you could probably do like double 8 or like yarn. But I have this bag of pearl cotton that I don't know what to do with. It was perfect for this, but I don't think I'll use it for anything else. So if you want to go to IKEA and pick up your own clock for dead cheap, I will send you a bag of pearl cotton for you to play with. There's tons of colours in there. You won't need all of this, so maybe you could like stitch it and then pass this on to the next person who wants it. I've put a really big needle in there as well, to, you know, because the pearl cotton's a bit thicker to thread through a regular tapestry needle. And there's tons of colours to choose from, so you could go really rainbowy, or you could do like all different shades of green or orange, purple. There's tons in there. And then I found this as well that I'd had in my stash that would go perfect with this. So it's like a little 3-pack of, woo! I did that last week as well. Little ornaments and patterns to go with these, that will be perfect for pearl cotton too. So if you want that, I don't know, use the word clock, and I'm not sending you the clock, I'll just send you this little bundle for you to use. Or if you're using anything else, stitching anything else, stitch on random things, stitch on stuff. But if you've not used pearl cotton before, you don't have a stash of pearl cotton, have a little bag. They're all like pre-cut little lengths. I think the shortest length still worked for even just one of the numbers, so you'll be fine. If you want that, let me know. Yeah, so that was my finish. So like 20 minutes or whatever it did. I don't know where I hung it. I was thinking of like hanging it up here or something, but then it'll give me away when I have to do lots of editing. If it goes from like 10 o'clock to then like 10:30, you'll know that I just edited half an hour out of me just waffling to myself. I think I'll keep it in here. Maybe I'll put it on this side of the wall where you can't see it, but it's part of my stitching wall. I've yet to put a battery in it, and I don't know how loud it is as a TikTok clock. Because I'm sat on the guest bed, so if we have people sleeping over, I don't want it, like, I will probably take it out anyway. We don't have a TikTok clock in our, I sound like a 6-year-old when I say that. We don't have a TikTok clock in our room because I think it would annoy me. But this is also my office, and I would like a clock in here. I'm waffling. Okay, so that was my Sappho. Let me have a tidy up here, and we'll come back. Okay, so whips that I've been working on. This was the first one that I worked on. I got a good chunk done. So this is Pixel Pixie cross stitch, cross patch. So I got all the way round, this way. And lots more of the things. That it's really washing that out. It's much more vibrant. Doesn't look as dull in real life. But yeah, I got a lot done. I love how the mug turned out. That's just one colour. That's Cottage Garden Threads Citronella. And then the words are A Wildflower by Karen Collection. The linen is a 36. It's in my Notion down below. You can just look at all the information down there. But I dyed it myself, and it's this, I call it like a denim because it's that kind of blue. But yeah, loving that one. Didn't take long, all of this, so the rest of it shouldn't take too long. I think that would be the end then, just the rest of the border, the rest of the words and one more cup. So not long at all. I should just finish that. I should just finish it. I love that one. Next thing I worked on was my Christmas Village series. So this one, did I show this last week? No, I don't think I did. So this is Mill Hill Christmas Village. This is the post office that I'm working on right now. I'm doing like 12 of these houses on one piece of fabric. So this is the 9th one. I'm just doing the stitching and then going back and beading everything because I beaded this one and I think the next one, and then realised that I couldn't get my Q-snap. Still not going to be able to get my Q-snap when I actually go and bead them, but we will see. So obviously it's not finished yet. I don't really like putting one away until it is finished because there's not a whole lot of stitching. I can smash that out, but I don't like to put it away until it's finished. But for the purposes of this video, here's what it looks like. In this pattern, there's a Christmas tree on this balcony or whatever it is, and then the American flag on this one, and I didn't want to stitch the American flag, so then I didn't want to stitch the Christmas tree to make it look odd, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Yeah, that's that. So yeah, that'll go back downstairs and I'll work on that. So you should see a finish on that one next 2 weeks or whenever. Oh, that was also for the Christmas in July. Sal, Diana, it is Kismet Stitches. Her birthday is around Christmas, so she likes to celebrate in June to do her birthday Sal, because there's lots of stuff going on around Christmas time. And then so I used that, and I showed this last time, I showed the start. This is the Christmas collection Gingerbread House by the Nutmeg Company. So I don't think I've done a lot since I showed you last, but that's just like one side of the house, and it's all stitched in one long piece, and then it will be wrapped around a supporting kind of frame, and then you stitch the roof separately and stick that on the top. But yeah, that was that. And then the last thing I worked on was my needlework piece. This is, oh, I didn't get the pattern out. I'll see if I can put a picture in. This is, what do you call it? Woodland Star, I think it's called. But I've completely changed the colours to these blues because it's more of my mum's colours. So I've done, this is the third one that I'm doing of this, and they're all from my mum, but I want to finish them all before framing them. So she can frame them how she likes all together. So what I did on this is just the outline of these boxes around here, because this is all the same colour. So the issue that I'm having with this colour conversion is that I didn't have enough of, I couldn't do like a 1-to-1 conversion of the colours. Some of them I did, and some of them it's like one colour of grey I have to split into two, well, one colour that I want to be grey I have to split into 2 different shades of grey because I don't have enough of one to use up that stash of pearl cotton. So I wanted to do it like this, so I could say, okay, all of this bit is in this darker grey, and then go ahead and stitch that, and then I know that all of that is done, and the rest of that colour that needs doing is the lighter grey. Did that make any sense to you? I'm not sure it made sense to me either. So even though this is one colour and now all of this colour is complete, I didn't have an issue with that, but it kind of, as you see, like, is the foundation for the rest of these. It's like kind of in here that you know, you need to see the boxes to be able to count and blah blah blah, and then there's just going to be like loads of fill-in around the edges. So I'm glad I did that, because I was kind of stuck with where to go. So next time I pull it out, I know that that colour's like just done completely, and I'll probably just colour complete as I go for the rest of it. But yeah, loving that. It just goes so quick. That's the back, so it's basically the same. You can see how much thread it eats. I just want to pet it because it's so nice and soft and smooth. So this is a combination of Karen watercolours, some Silk Lame, I don't know how you say that, braid from Rainbow Gallery, and some pearl cotton. All like kind of from stash. I don't think I got that pearl cotton bundle from a D-stash, and then there was like loads of Karen watercolours on eBay for quite cheap, so I just scooped up a load without kind of knowing what I was going to do with it, but knowing that I would use it for a needlepoint or counter canvas piece. So it's kind of all pulled from stash, basically. But yeah, I love it. So that was all my whips. I feel like that went really quick. Did I? I didn't really tell you much about any of them, but it's all in my Notion down below. You should go check it out if you haven't already. Stitchy Natty built a template. If you're interested in that, I will link that below. That you can go buy from her, and she's gonna do a video tutorial. Much better than I could explain it, and much better than the one that I'm using. But I still haven't migrated over, and I should probably just do that. I should go on the journey. Anywho, that was all I worked on. I was planning. I'll tell you in the plans. Haul. I don't have it with me because it's just a PDF, but I picked up Darling Whimsy's Quirky Quaker Orca. It's called Ophelia? It's called Ophelia. My first Quirky Quaker that I've ever actually bought. And I haven't started it yet because Cottage Garden Threads on their Facebook, on their Instagram, have this field journal quilt that I think Cottage Garden Threads were originally like an embroidery thread. I mean, you can use embroidery thread for cross stitch, but like they're kind of getting into cross stitch, so they've got these 3 cross stitch patterns that are specifically for this field journal, which is for English paper piecing. I've wanted to try English paper piecing for a while. Cottage Garden Threads has this tacky easy gadget that I'm very interested in. It's coming as part of the Hearts for Pam bundle that I bought, which should have come out in July but is now coming out in August. So I'm very interested in it. When I saw this field journal thing, I thought, that's what I want to do with my English paper piecing, and I want to do it with Quirky Quakers, tiny Quirky Quakers. So I'm still kind of thinking about how that will look totally, but wanted to get the Quirky Quaker because I think it's just for a limited time, but it is a charity pattern as well, that the so much money of that is going to, it escapes me right now. I will put it here in a caption somewhere. I will also check if it's still available so you can go get it. I need more Quirky Quakers is the end of that thought. Oh, last video I showed you my Biscore nest that I had started, and then I figured out that it was on the wrong count, so the right count came in for that, but it's just 28 count white even. It's not exciting. So I've put that with the project ready for kind of a restart, but I'm counting as it started already. Fabric of the month. So this is Fibre on a Whim fabric of the month from the Patchwork Rabbit. And this, so I get the 36 count linen, and this week we got brick. And again, it's washing it out. I don't know, my lighting is terrible. It's getting overcast now that I've said that it was nice before. It's very orange. Very autumnal. I'm very excited about this one. So yeah, it's already like in my little bundle that I put away. So this is just comic book board. I wrap it round. I put a little card in there. Put the whole thing in a zippy bag. and then I put it in my drawer like that. That was that. Oh, it's a fat 8 as well, because it's 36 count. I don't need a lot. I'd written down the clock as my haul, but I've already shown you that. Innocent Bones. So 2 weeks ago, nearly 2 weeks ago, Grace from Innocent Bones opened her studio/shop. So I went there on the Sunday to go check it out. It's lovely, gorgeous. It was so nice to meet Grace in person. We got a little selfie. So lots of her stuff is kits, and I don't tend to buy kits because I've got lots of the lots of stash already. But I did have a sneak peek through her her book that is coming out, and I hadn't pre-ordered it, but I have pre-ordered it now looking at it because it is amazing. It's just full of little beautiful patterns that are all witchy and happy, and yeah, if you were thinking about it, I would definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link below to go and look at it, and you can pre-order. I think it's coming out in October. Can't remember. But I got some other things while I was there, because it's not just her stuff that she sells. It's lots of other like very nicely curated witchy stuff. So I haven't used these yet because I was waiting to show you them, but this is a set of 100 astrology cards. So it's not like tarot cards. It's just like info cards of zodiac signs, because I'm not too I don't know a lot about the zodiac. So for example, it gives you like a little info card on Venus. It rules Taurus and Libra. I'm a Libra. And so it gives you all the info on each of the planets and what they're in charge of and what they rule. Then you've got the actual zodiac sign, so when it goes from until, the element, life purpose, positive traits, negative traits, birth charts, how to read a birth chart, how to set up a birth chart. So I need to have a look, like your first house, your second house, your third house, your fourth house. 12 houses. Your moon zodiac, your Jupiter zodiac, like there's tons and tons of info, and I need to look at that, because beyond I am a Libra and that makes me indecisive, I don't know a whole lot about that. So that was fun to pick up. Another witchy thing. Ooh. Speaking of Libras, this is from 2 Libras. This is a rose quartz thumb stone. So it's like a little heart, but it's got like a little divot in it, so you can like hold it like that for a bit. So it's rose quartz. Rose quartz is like a huge hug. It will ground. Ooh. Put my teeth in. Ground and slow everything down, helping you mellow out so you can be kind and compassionate to yourself. This stone helps you stay in the present moment, allowing your worries to fade away. So it's for your heart chakra and for the zodiacs Taurus and Libra. And it's like such a cute little bag. Very cute. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got a pack of stickers. I can't remember who these are from because I opened them. But one's a Deadhead Moth. Very cool. And then the Magician Tarot. And then I've already used this one. It's a Death Tarot. And I've stuck it on a portable charger that I've got for Stitch North. I need to sort out my passport and my plane tickets, but I'm still wearing my glasses and I don't like to wear my glasses in the picture, so I get to wear my contacts again. I'm just gonna like do August first because then I know when to change my contacts every month. But yeah, I need to do that. So got the portable charger, put the sticker on for Death because if my phone's dead, I'm so witty. I got this like Save the Bees one that I had in my stash, and then Trans Rights are Human Rights. But it's sticking up a bit. I'm gonna need to like put that down so it doesn't peel off. It's just like that slight bit too big. But important to put it on there. That's from Conscious Euphoria, who I've also got a sticker on my Let's Make a Statement Sal box of threads. So that was that from Grace at Innocent Bones. What else have I got? Oh, so I did a Lakeside Needlecraft order for like that 28 count even weave for the Biscornis and some other things, and this was in my Save for Later basket and it was in stock. This is Nora Corbett's Glittering Leaves. Excuse me. I can't remember who I saw that was doing it. Was it Diana? It is Kismet. Does she have this? I can't remember. I remember just putting it in my Save Later. And I'm absolutely going to do a skin conversion on this because it absolutely needs it. And then I think I looked at everything that I needed, and all I needed was one of the water lilies that I didn't have. Look at that. It's like fruit salad. The sweet, if you're in the UK. Don't know if they call it anything else anywhere else. And where's it gone? One pack of beads, because I got the rest of the beads in stash. It's 108 by 151. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult. It'll just be like the repeating leaves and stuff. But I think there's other ones in this series, Autumn Pixies. But I'll have a look. But yeah, that'll just go in the stash and start whenever. And then last weekend it was the Make and Mend festival that I went to last year at Ormsby Hall. So the Saturday was like just the market, and then the Sunday you could buy tickets to workshops and stuff. But because I was going to go with Alex and Anna, we just wanted to go to the market. So we saw Jen from Truevale Stitch Kits and Hayley from North Star Needleworks, and I got a bag from her for my mum, like a knitting project bag. She's working on cross stitch and embroidery project bags as well, but her sewing machine died, so she didn't have any to sell. But I saw a prototype of one and it fits like an 8x8 Q snap perfectly, so I can't wait for them to actually come out. But I also saw Little Light Stitchery, who I've seen a few times at different markets, but I hadn't got anything from her. But so she makes this this fabric. It's embroidery fabric, but it's like lined paper, and then you just embroider like snarky things on it. It's wonderful. And I've like looked at it for a while, and I'm like, I don't like embroidery, and anytime that I've actually done embroidery, you've heard me just moan about it. But while I was talking to her, I just had this brilliant idea of waste canvas, and I'll just waste canvas some cross stitch, and I'll find a, you know, an alphabet that I like, and chart some snarky things. I've actually got a list in my phone of snarky things that I want to do, and I think this will be perfect, like to write it down. So this little pack came with the embroidery stuff, and just like some good cotton to like interface it. So yeah, little like stitchery.co.uk. And then she does these as well, so I had to pick them up. Just keep stitching. It's a pin, but you know I'm going to make that into a needle minder. So yeah, so I've got some 25 count waste canvas on the way. And we'll see how that works. Not sure how it's going to work. Not sure if it will work, but I think this fabric is just so fun. Yes. So that was kind of all of my stitchy haul, and then stitchy adjacent. I guess the Innocent Bones stuff is stitchy adjacent, but I went to TK Maxx and found this tiny little frame, because I stitch tiny little things, and it's always good to find a tiny little frame. I thought it was cute. And then also while I was there, I found this bee box, and I like these boxes that have the little tab and it's magnetic, because I needed a place to put stickers. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me check my notebook. So plans. So I broke all my rules last video, but then I was kind of stuck about what that meant for new rules. So I changed my board. Whoa, sorry about that. So I've still got all of my whips split by the Q snap that it needs to go on. So green is big projects, 11 by 11 ones. I can only work on them downstairs. Gold ones are 8 by 8 or smaller, and I can work them up here or downstairs, doesn't matter. But I have further categorized them by subject, almost. Don't come at me. This might not be how you categorize this whip, but it's how I categorize it, and I reserve the right to change it in the future if I so wish. So this just matches what's in my Notion at the minute. So I've got fancy ladies, full coverage, objects. These are my biscuit nests and gingerbread house, like stuff that's gonna turn into a thing. Patterns, so that's my chatelaine. This is the other thing, I'm still deciding where some stuff goes. So my chatelaine and my needlework are definitely what I would consider patterns. Christmas Village should really be an object, because it's going to turn into a wall hanging. But my brain can't really figure out where to put that right now. And then my Renato patterns are my little wall hangings that did I show you last week? The pomegranate and the Noel that I need to choose new colours for. It's not really a pattern either, but do I put it in an object? Maybe I'll put Renato in an object and keep Christmas Village there as a pattern. Anyway, primitive. So we've got Sleeping Bee, Gather Here, Prim Animals, and Lesson 1. sampler. Now I don't do like proper samplers, whatever that means. But what I'm putting these in samplers in, you know, relative to what I do. So Cabin in the Wood, to me, says sampler. Singer sampler, it's in the name, don't at me. Cross patch, yeah, it's got words, it's got a border, it's got bits in it, whatever. Cinnamon Stars, it's kind of same as Cabin in the Woods. Small things, so tiny paintings, and Let's Make a Statement. Again, Let's Make a Statement, should that be an object? It's a banner, I don't know. And then I've got 2 here that are kitted up and ready to go, and I guess I could, because this also kind of keeps me accountable for how many whips I've got in what category. So these are 2 fancy ladies. I could put fancy lady. I have like space for 2 fancy ladies, but that's literally just because it's the size of the board, and it's probably a rule I would break later on. So yeah, that's my new system for the next couple of months or so. So I've got 23 altogether, like active whips. I've also categorized them by the colours of the new project bags, like just the zippy ones that I got off Amazon. So all my primitive ones are in a blue project bag. Just gives me some kind of structure. I don't know if it works. But I'm happy with this so far. It kind of corrals the extra whips that I've created into some semblance of order, and it kind of mirrors my notion, so they kind of speak to each other. Does that make sense? Welcome to my brain. So yeah, that is that. So the stitching plan is finish Post Office Christmas Village. And then I don't know what. I did talk about ink circles. So, if you haven't watched Bendy Stitchy, Michelle, what are you doing? Second question, have you heard about her doing first most magnificent ink circles round robin? I think I got that right. If not, ink circles do these wonderful repeating mandala style patterns. Sometimes you want to stitch something, but you don't want to stitch the same thing 4 times. So what you do is you get 4 friends together, you and 3 friends, and you each stitch 1/4 of that pattern. So you each have a different pattern. You each stitch 1/4 of each pattern, and then the person at the end has got their pattern that they chose finished without having to stitch the same thing 4 times. Does that make sense? So I missed like the first kind of intake of this. We were chatting on one of Michelle's lives. I can't remember if it was her YouTube or Twitch. Anyway, so myself, Deanna, Darling Whimsy, Rob Zav Stitches, and Rachel. I can't remember your handle. We all said like we're not in a group and we want to be in a group, so we made a group. So we've all decided what patterns we're going to do. I think we're all happy with that, and we're aiming for a like end of August, beginning of September, I think, ready to like send it on to the next person. So I've got my fabric. I think I've got my fabric. I got threads on the way. They should be coming in the next couple of days. And I will start on that, ready to like finish my quarter to send it off. I'm excited about that. And then it's kind of whatever takes my fancy. And now it's even better because it's, do I fancy stitching up here or downstairs? Choose your size appropriately. And what type do I fancy stitching on? You know, that's how I choose things. I don't know whether I'll go back to like kind of turning it upside down when I've stitched on it recently, and then I can't choose that until I've stitched on them all. I think that's a bit too restrictive. I did find that a bit restrictive before, but we'll kind of see how it goes. I don't know, but that is like, this is the transition into the new way of doing stuff. And you know, if you've been here a while, you know we've gone through several of these transitions, and that's just my ADHD autism brain. On that, I don't know whether I said last week because I can't remember because ADHD. So I'm now on the thing for autism. So they sent me loads of forms to fill out. Well, one form, but it was like 20 pages long, which just gives me anxiety. When you're also trying to get an ADHD diagnosis, it's like, anyway. So I had to fill one out. My husband had to fill one out. And yeah, I sent them back. 3 weeks. 3 weeks it took me. I was very proud of it. I've also sent them a message like, hey, do I get my ADHD diagnosis here or am I getting it somewhere else? They haven't got back to me yet, so we'll see. But fingers crossed something comes back soon. I think that's it. I don't think I've got any other plans. Personal life, I have plans to put up another gallery wall because we got our pictures from Sky from our little vow renewal / 5th wedding anniversary thing that we did. They're all gorgeous. I'm really happy with them. And on the ADHD front, I still haven't messaged the photographer to say thank you because I didn't do it straight away and now I'm procrastinating on it. I'm going to make sure I do that email today. Because I need to. Why am I putting it off? It's one email. It's been 2 weeks. It's so hard. So I will put in a little slideshow or something if you want to look through my little vanity thing of me. Don't forget to say clock if you want some pearl cotton to play with. Kathy, if you're still here, message me. And yeah, I think that's it. I feel like I haven't said enough. I feel like I've talked too much at the same time. Okay. I love y'all. Bye. I did forget a thing. Oh, Pam, who is lovely, soulful whimsy, has created a Flosstube channel called Hobbies and Hyperfocus. She just put out her first video and I think it's great and I think you should all go watch it. Okay, bye.